Hey there, welcome to the Confidence Conspiracy. Now, you've got this far because you know it's time to change. You've said enough is enough. You want to ditch this fear of thinking too much and nothing happens. You want to get rid of this approval-seeking nature that you had. And so far, you've gone through, you understand now that thinking isn't good for you, it's about taking action. You've done the confidence exercises that have given you a bit more muscle behind, and hopefully you've seen the strength that gives you. But there's one final part, and I'm about to expose to you a big conspiracy that's going on out there. Everyone is playing games with your life. Now, whether you like that or not, what is actually happening is, if you imagine everyone is playing a game, you can get so caught up in what other people are doing that you might actually get seriously stressed out. It might take your confidence, but it might not actually have anything to do with what you want from life. But if you haven't put that foundation of confidence in life and actually put your own game in place, you're going to get so caught up in other people's games that you're going to get lost, and that's why your self-confidence goes. So if you imagine something like the Angel of the North, a big statue up in Newcastle, Sunderland way, you think how tall that is out the ground, but in order for that bad boy to stay strong in those winds, just think how deep it must be into the ground. Just think how deep those foundations are. So if you took your life and imagine your confidence had those deep foundations, that whatever happened, nothing's going to knock you down, how good is your confidence going to be? It's going to be through the roof. So how good would that be to have that in your life? Let's go biblical about this. Let's have a look at it another way. You remember the story about the man who built his house on sand. You remember the man who built his house on stone. Which house survived? The one who put the proper foundations in. So to put foundations into your life, you've got to design your own game. So you've got that in place so you can go and choose what games you play with other people. I'm going to give to you now the most powerful tool I've come across in the many hours I've worked with people. There's a worksheet below that you can take this from, but quite simply how this is, it's got 3 parts to it. It's called be times do equals have. Be, do, have. The 3 principles to designing your game to give you the foundation of confidence you need in your life. So first of all, I want you to look at the have column, and I want you to write down all the material things you would like in your life in the next 3 years. So to give you an example of this is, I would like to move house. That's not enough detail. I'd like to have a house with the luxury bathroom that I desire. It will have my own personal home office that I can go and do my work in. It will have an area for me to have the gym so I can use my punch bag and my weights, and it will have a nice luxurious lounge with cinema or surround sound. So that's something I want to bring into my life. That's what I want to have. The next column is about do. I'm thinking, what are the 3 things, if I were doing them in my life, I would actually be happy? So I could be worrying about doing 100 things, but I'm just going to pick 3 things that if I'm consistently doing them, I'm going to be happy. So in my life, it's if I'm watching Spurs, doing regular exercise, and enjoying good food, I'm actually pretty happy in my life. I don't need much more than that from a very personal, selfish point of view. If I'm doing those 3 things, I'm actually a very happy person. So they're the 3 things I want to be doing in my life. So if I know what I want to be doing and what I want to have, it just leaves one more column, and that's the be. Now, if you've identified your do and haves correctly, you know that all you've got to be is to focus on the things that you want to bring into your life. So anything else that comes along, you've got to ask yourself one question. Will doing this or getting involved in this help me achieve my outcome? If the answer is yes, then you do it. If the answer is no, you get to choose selective ignorance and just ignore it. Now, as I said, I've worked this exercise so many times in many hours of work with people. I want to hear your feedback on this because this is amazing, can have amazing success for you. The other side of it is if you're struggling, that's cool as well. Get in contact with me, we'll have a chat, we'll go through it and we'll get you in line. But I want everyone to have this foundation of confidence because it will make a massive difference. I'll speak to you soon.